salesperson, what is something that you could use that's going to help you learn emotional sales techniques and be a better salesperson? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California. A perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about emotional sales techniques. Now, here's what you're going to find is most sales training, most sales trainers, they're going to tell you how to logic yourself into a sale. They're going to give you all the facts, right? They're going to tell you this fact is going to cause somebody to buy. But think about this in your own buying process. When you make your own decisions, is it the facts that get you or the emotions that you're going to have and the feelings that you're going to have from buying that product, okay? And I'm going to let you know that there's not really ever been a reason that I've been like, fact, I'm going to buy. It's usually emotional, couple of facts, and then I'm like, yes, because in the world of sales, people buy on emotion and then justify with logic. I got to say that again. People buy on emotion and justify with logic. And so one of the best things for you to do as a salesperson, as a sales tip, as some sales advice, is to watch a couple of drama movies, right? Watch movies with high drama. And then your job is to determine what emotion is going on and why you feel that emotion. You're like, Scott, really? That's going to help me out? Yeah, absolutely. Because most sales presentations are really boring. It's just like, I'm going to load you up with some facts. I'm going to give you some facts first, and then give you some more facts, and then give you some more facts, and then I'm like, hey, buy for me. And then the brain's all super logical and gets caught up in like, well, you know, on this date and on this time, no, like you've gone too far. You've given way too many facts. I was looking at a brochure for a vehicle recently, and it was like all fact-based. It's this much taller than this vehicle, it's got this much more wheelbase, and there was not one picture of anybody smiling in this brochure. This company, huge manufacturer, spent a ton of money. I'm going to guarantee you they spent a ton of money putting this brochure together, but there was no emotion in it. It was all fact and logic-based, and there's nothing worse than trying to have a conversation with somebody who's super engineering type and super factual, because you're like, man, like, where is the fun here? It's not fun. It's not engaging. So go watch some really, and it's not hard to do. You're like, Scott, I don't know which drama movie to watch. Just go to the Google, type in best drama movies. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sit with a pen and paper and a pad. And this is a homework assignment, right? It's going to take you about 2 hours. You want to look for the dominant feeling in the movie. What is it? Fear? Is it anger? Is it excitement? And what you're going to find is when you're sitting with your buyer, it's easier for you to clue in on these things, and it's going to take some work. I'm going to promise you. It's not like just one and done. It's going to take you from sitting down and watching a movie and then figuring out what the dominant emotion is at the time of the movie. And sometimes there's two of them. One person can have one emotion, one person can have another. And what you're going to find is when you sit down with the buyer and you go through the discovery phase and you're asking them about things, it's easier for you to clue in and be like, oh, I see that emotion. I see what's going on. Now, my follow-up question should be based around that emotion. And you know what? Sometimes your assumptions are wrong, just like my assumptions are wrong. You know, and you could soften the phrase like, hey, correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong here. But I get the feeling that the emotion that's behind this is anger. Or I get the feeling that the emotion behind this is fear. And if you know how to anchor people in the world of sales, oh my goodness. It's going to make sales that much easier for you. If you don't know how to do that, find Tom Vizini, persuasioncoach.com, learn how to anchor, because here is the real deal. People buy on emotion and justify with logic, and if you don't know how to find what emotion that person is in, it's going to make it really tough for you to make that sale happen. It's really easy to do. When you know how to anchor, you're going to be all right. But to figure out what emotion's going on, watch some drama movies, take some notes, figure out what emotion's going on here. And it's just going to make it that much easier for you when you sit down with a buyer. Okay? You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. This says Scott Bell Consultant sent out another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.